Some people have been asking me how I've improved my aim so much so quickly. Now don't get me wrong, I don't have amazing aim, but I made a lot of improvement with my aim in a fairly short amount of time over the last month or so. So I'm going to go over the new warm-up I've started using to actually warm up before games and rank sessions and tournaments and everything, and it improves my aim overall. So we'll head over into Apex. I'll show you what the warm-up is, how I do it personally. Now there will be a link in the description below because I found this video from another YouTube video. So I have adapted the warm-up slightly the way that I do it, but the warm-up comes from the original video, which will be in the description. I don't remember the name of the channel off the top of my head, but I'll put it on screen. So thanks for the warm-up, it's helped a lot. And let's get into the actual warm-up itself. We're on Apex now. What you're going to want to do is load into firing range. It's just an empty firing range lobby. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get shields and stuff. Now that the new firing range is out, it's actually really useful. We're going to go straight to this building back here. And then go in this box, get whatever guns you want to use different weapons, do it for a while. I normally run like R301 and then I'll take something like the Wingman or the Mastiff. I normally like to run an auto weapon and a single fire weapon. So you can just warm up by just going around and shooting the dummies like this. But the actual warm up, that's the easy way. What you also want to do is grab a red shield from this box. And you can grab whatever attachments you want as well. I only really use magazines because, and sights. Because you kind of don't really want to put too many attachments on that are going to make aiming easier. Alright, so what you're going to do, we're going to go into the range. We're going to go, you want to put the shields to, you can leave it on a rare. Movement, this is the important stuff. The movement wants to be set to random choice so that the dummies will move randomly instead of just following specific patterns. So it's more like real human movement would. You want to have them set to stand because that's when they're going to be moving fastest. Move speed, I would have it set to run, so again they're moving fastest. Shooting, you're going to set this to full combat. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stay around this building. You're going to move around and keep killing the dummies, like killing the targets. But you've got to keep moving around, constantly changing location. And you have to stay alive for as long as you can. If you come down to the bottom of the building, you've got this shield swap. And this is basically the warm-up. You keep going around like this. You use whatever movement and stuff you can to keep moving around and stay alive. But this forces you to include movement into your gameplay, because frankly if you stay in one place for too long, you're going to get absolutely swarmed like I will in a second. So it helps improve your aim, but it also helps you to start adding movement into your gameplay, which is really good for when you're fighting multiple people. And that's the biggest difference I've seen, to be honest, is not the actual 1v1 positives of it, which obviously you're improving your aim, it's going to make 1v1s easier. But if, say, both my teammates get downed, I'm in like a 1v3 scenario. Since I started doing this warm-up, I've been way better at surviving those scenarios because I can move around and change attack angles a lot faster now, which is also really good as someone who plays a lot of Octane, because the most important thing with Octane is speed. There's no specific amount of time to do this either, but I would get on and do this before every session. Even if you're not playing ranked or anything, you're just playing casuals, I would do this before every session to get the most benefit out of it. But my movement has been a lot better since I started doing this warm-up, and my actual aim as well obviously has been skyrocketing. And obviously it's not completely accurate to like real players because they're never going to be able to create test dummies that move the same way real players do. But this probably as close as they're going to get, to be honest. That's the actual warm-up. And then I always try and do like long warm-ups. So I wouldn't necessarily jump straight into ranked after this. Like, the thing is, normally I get on, I'm waiting a good like half an hour, 45 minutes before my friend gets on to actually play, because he just takes a long time to get ready. So what I'll do is I will then go back into the lobby. Now once I'm in the lobby, this is where there's a few different things I can do depending on what the limited time mode is, which at the minute is control, which is basically TDM, which is actually one of my favourite ones. I will either play the limited time mode, or I will go into some casual games with specific focuses. Like, instead of just playing the casuals as I normally would, if I'm specifically still trying to warm up, I'll go into like a duos game, and then I'd specifically be like trying to focus on how I'm moving during the fight and like taking different attack angles, as well as like I'm focusing on my aim as well. Like, you can't just go into a game and then autopilot. You kind of have to, if you're looking to improve your aim, you have to be focusing on specific things. So I'd go into like a duos game, I'd turn off teammates, although that isn't that important, it's just my personal preference because randoms are annoying as hell. And I would then, I'd hot drop, I'd focus on trying to move around and stay alive as long as I can, while also focusing on my aim, how many shots I'm hitting, and focusing on being able to actually track my opponents. Okay everyone, so that's the new warm-up. As I said, I've only just started using this in the last couple of weeks, but I'm already seeing loads of progress from it. It's helping me a lot. If you want to see another video where I go over the actual difference in my KD and my rank and like tournament placements and everything, leave a comment letting me know. I will happily make that video in a few weeks once I've been using it for longer. If you want to learn how to play specific legends and get some tips on those, check out this playlist over here where I play a specific legend for a full month and then give you tips based on what I learned from doing that. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.